Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Wednesday, July 5th, 2023. So your new Trends Journal comes out on Tuesday, but yesterday was Independence Day, or what's left of Independence, so it's coming out today. And here's your cover. Yep. Do religions have Lockjaw? Where are the preachers for peace? Where are they? The Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, hey, the Buddhists. Yep. Hey, the Quakers. Where are the Quakers? Are they getting an earthquake? Where are they? Where's everybody? We're on the verge of nuclear annihilation. Your Trends Journal is filled with the information. You're hearing the guy that played the piano with his penis, Vladimir Zelensky, who's the president of Ukraine, warning day after day that the Russians are going to blow up their nuclear power plant, the one in Ukraine that they're occupying. This is the person that CNN's interviewing him. He goes to the White House. Look at everybody. Look how happy they are. Look at, this is a guy, this is how fucked up things are. We are on the verge of nuclear annihilation. And I'm not one of these people that say they're priests and ministers. I'm the deacon of the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice. And I fight for freedom. I have rallies. I speak out for it. I do everything I can for it and go to rallies. So what's going on? So your articles in your Trends Journal is a lot about this nuclear confrontation ramping up. And on to the economic front. So here's the news today. Everybody was waiting to read the Fed minutes. And the word on the street is that the Fed's going to raise the interest rates another 2 times, 25 basis points. It takes between 15 to 18 months, something like that, for high interest rates really to hit their way through. So as we're saying, and we'll continue to say, you're not going to see a crash coming now. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's summertime and the living is easy. You spread your wings and you make for the sky. So it's going to start happening in late September, October. Reality is going to set in. The tourist business is booming in Europe. And a number of these countries, 10, 15, 20% of their economy comes from tourism. So it's going to be an artificial boost. And as we write in your Trends Journal, the ECB is very adamant about continuing to raise interest rates. Oh, you're going to raise interest rates as a place like Germany is already in recession? And you're looking at your PMI numbers, your manufacturing numbers, one after another. They're all in negative territory. So consumer spending is going up, but not manufacturing. And then there's China. China's launching of the COVID war in celebration of their Chinese Lunar New Year, the year of the rat in 2020, has destroyed their economy. It ain't coming back. So you're looking at commodity prices going down on a number of levels, but is inflation going to go down? Yeah, but the standard of living is still very high. Most people still can't afford to buy a home, not only in the United States, in many Western countries. The prices are still up there. There was an article in the New York Times about how expensive it is now to repair cars. Yeah, because you got all this stupid electronic shit. Beep, beep. Doors like you can't put a key to turn to lock the door. You can't roll down the windows or the back of the trunk. You can't lift the trunk by itself. No, you got all this stupid geek shit. Again, goes back to your Trends Journal cover in last week's Trends Journal. King James Bible got it wrong. The geeks have inherited the earth. They put all this stupid crap in there, and that's where we're all going. So going back to the markets, the major reason that the equity markets are going up is because there's just a handful of stocks and they're in AI. So will this AI bust happen? Well, we don't see it happening. Yes, there's going to be ones that are overvalued and they're going to go down. But the AI is only going to last for so long. But this isn't the dot-com bust. And again, we're the only magazine, it's right here, 1999, dot-com this, we call it the dot-com bust. This isn't a dot-com bust. You're looking at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has gone up at its fastest rate in 40 years this year. It's up 32%. And that's tech heavy and AI heavy. But people aren't investing in stocks to pay dividends. That's different. So they're playing the markets. So let's go on to what else is going on in the world and in the economy. You ready? More than a third of non-financial U.S. businesses are in distress. Investment banking fees plunge. More on the office building bust. Oh, that place called Portland, Libtard land up there? Yep. The largest city in Oregon. Population escaping. Crime, violence, thanks to the COVID war that nobody talks about. What else? Asian junk bond defaults set a record. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. Vote for me. Vote for Mr. Boogie. I'll put rhythm in the White House and all the squares have got to go. Okay. And then, of course, when the economy fails, jobs go with it. Our 45th week of this. Markets see $1 trillion less in merger and acquisition activities than last year. We warned this was going to happen. Again, let's go back and put all this into perspective. To fight the COVID war, they dumped in countless trillions of dollars to the people. Stay home, here's money, don't go to work. Yay, free money, zero interest rate policy. The bigs could get bigger. That game is over. A lot more. A lot more. Europe going from dirty cash to digital trash. We said this would happen, and it's on the way. That's 3 years ago, that magazine cover. And we have articles going back talking about digital trash going back to 2014. And they're all in this week's Trends Journal. So if you hate freedom of speech, if you can't think for yourself, you'll hate the Trends Journal. We're the truth in trends. And to show you to hate freedom of speech, just before it went on the air, this is one of the major stories in CNBC. Check it out for yourself. You can see it. See it over there down the bottom right? Bill Ackerman explains why he embraced RFK Jr.'s skepticism on COVID vaccines. Stuns Wall Street by amplifying RFK's vaccine skepticism. So I can't talk about this because I don't want to get blacklisted off YouTube. Read the article. But again, go back to what it says in the cover. And you see how they sell the news, which isn't news. So where's that cover? Bill Ackerman stuns Wall Street by amplifying RFK Jr.'s vaccine skepticism. Stuns Wall Street? What, a bunch of fucking money junkies? What the fuck does Wall Street know about facts? They're fucking money junkies. Oh, he stunned Wall Street. That's the kind of fucking crap they're shoving down your throat. But you're not getting that with the Trends Journal. More articles. Top trend 2023, office building bust. HSBC, latest to flee London's Canary Wharf. The banking crisis has just begun. The higher they raise interest rates, the worse this crisis becomes. The UK, the FUCK, yeah, that place with that guy Sudad or Sandad or Sam, whatever, that jerk, arrogant guy that keeps going to Ukraine, the prime minister, that sends more money to the Ukraine as the people are suffering in the United Kingdom. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that central bank's going to keep raising rates. The ECB is going to raise rates. The United States is raising rates. And now all these floating loans, when you have a $20 trillion commercial loans coming up in the years ahead, and you got to pay more on your loans as you got less tenants. It'll be great. Spotlight China's economic struggle. And again, Ukraine war trend updates. Well, what's going on over there? Medvedev, nuclear war chances, quote, quite probable. This is the index. This is the kind of information we're giving you. No magazine in the world like it. And we got featured guest articles by John and Nisha Whitehead. The state of martial law. America is a military dictatorship disguised as a democracy. Yep. And I call it more like a dictatorship. How you like that, Lindsey Graham? Yeah. You'd be a great dictator. And, of course, articles on the presidential reality show. And Trends in Technocracy by Joe Duran. Again, see Joe Duran's book, the Be Human. And the other one was De-Human. Yeah, just look at this thing. There's no guy in technocracy like him. We're giving you everything we can. You know, and then, of course, trends in geopolitics and what's going on in they just launched the biggest attack against the Palestinians in years over there in Israel, in these refugee camps. And it's biggest in decades. So here is the cover of yesterday's New York Times on what Israel is doing. And this is the subhead. Palestinian militants opened fire on Israeli armored vehicles that entered the occupied West Bank city of Jenin on Monday. Militants opened fire on Israeli armored vehicles that entered occupied territory. You mean the Israelis that are in stolen land that they stole, and you're fighting against them as they're coming into your house, and you're the militant? And the bullshit that they put out, Israel has the right to defend themselves. What, nobody else does? Hey, get this straight. I have the right to defend myself. If anybody tries to kill me, I'll kill them first. Got it? If somebody breaks into my house, I'll blow their fucking brains out. Why, how dare you? Don't you know that it says in the Bible that this land, chapter 3, section 8, belongs to Israel and they could steal all they want? And if you fight against them, you're a militant. Oh, you mean the Ashkenazis from Eastern Europe that came over here and stole this land? That, according to the Geneva Convention, is a crime? When all else fails, they take you to war, and Netanyahu's failing. Your articles are here in your Trends Journal. As protests against the judicial reform escalate and its airport is shut down, Israel launches biggest military operation against Palestinians in decades. Netanyahu's hardline coalition takes hold amid surge in violence against Palestinians. When all else fails, they take you to war, just like they're taking us to the Ukraine war, or as Biden calls the Afghan war, or the Ukraine war, the Iraq war. But anyway, and then we got trends in high-tech science. And again, we got a bunch of shitheads telling us what to do, and that's why we have this great T-shirt, Hey Politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Hey, which little fuck face do you like to suck shit from? Huh? You like Chucky Schumer's shit? No, I like Mitch McConnell's shit. Why? Hi. If only women were in charge. I like Nancy Pelosi's shit. Oh, yes. And how? No. I swallow Dianne not so Feinstein shit. Hey, I'm over there in France. I suck Macron's shit. I'm in Australia, like Albanese, little fucking shit. That's the kind of shit that I swallow. I don't swallow shit. I don't take shit and I don't give it. Do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. Don't tell me who to be. I'm free to be me. Again, trends in high-tech science and a whole section, trends in AI, trends in cryptos. Again, here's a great article for you. U.S. disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. Yep. How about Washington's stupidity? Hey, look what you're getting. Look at these covers. Look what you got. So go to trendsjournal.com, read history before it happens. We are facing the most treacherous geopolitical and socioeconomic times in modern history. And it's up to us to change the course, and we can do it. So thanks for tuning in. And remember, hit the subscribe button, and tell people to get on this channel and spread the word. Because we're giving you, again, in the Trends Journal, what nobody else is giving you. And don't forget to watch Salenti and the Judge. Woof, a great one, another great one by the Judge. So, and we'll see you tomorrow too, because we'll be back. Or maybe Friday, I'm not sure. But we'll be back. All right. See you soon.
At the Trends Journal, the best investment you could make, because it's the best investment into your mind, and it can change how you look at the world.
Less than $3 per week for almost 200 pages, ad-free, great articles. The world's foremost trends forecaster, Gerald Salente.
The Trends Journal is one of the greatest sources of information, and and it really is. You're predicting these things well ahead of time. I would encourage everyone to go grab the latest copy.
Been a Trends Journal subscriber for 20 years. I just have to commend you. What you guys have put together in your latest Trends Journal, there's nothing like this out there.
Sir, everything that you predicted about the economy, you were absolutely right. So I have followed you all this time. So please take a look at the Trends Journal.
You correctly forecast that the Fed would hike rates quite aggressively, correctly said that initially gold and silver would drop as the Fed starts to raise rate to 1.5% and above. When we spoke last, Bitcoin was around 49,000. You said you expect to drop, and if it drops below 30, 35, then it could really drop.
Trends Journal, which I would encourage people to go and check out. It's actually a 200-page document, pure data-driven analysis.
Gerald Salente, the top trends forecaster in the world. Gerald, you had an interesting call back in September of last year. You said gold had bottomed, which is exactly what happened. And here we are, and we're above $1,900.
Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens at trendsjournal.com.